Hello everyone, this is Amay. I am the founder of Network Thoughts. Thank you for joining in on this YouTube channel. Today I will talk about how the airlines in India performed in the month of June 2020. Every month, the regulator, Directorate General of Civil Aviation or DGCA, declares a reports for the previous month in which they give out details related to passenger load factor, passenger growth numbers, market share, and much more. This is an interesting piece of information for any analyst or anyone who tracks this sector. Let us first look at the overall picture. As India went into lockdown, all scheduled commercial air traffic was halted from 25th of March. The air traffic resumed on 25th May, but only partially. That June marked the first full month of air traffic post resumption. Initially, each airline was allowed to operate only 33% of the approved summer schedule. This was subsequently increased to 45%. But this came with a catch. While countrywide it was 33%, few airports in the country, including Mumbai, had a further cap which was much lower than what the nation permitted. Only 19.84 lakh passengers flew in June 2020, just 17% of what the number was last June. TGCA also declares another metric, the year to date traffic. Between January to June, 351.78 lakh passengers took to the air. This was just half of what the numbers were in 2019. This YTD or year to date is represented as YOY or year on year by DGCA in this report. I did some back of the envelope calculations to see where the traffic would have been by end of June had COVID not hit us. India could have recorded 748.96 lakh passengers between January and June for first 6 months of the year. Considering this, 2020 could have been the best ever year for Indian aviation. Now let us look at the passenger load factors. For over 50 months, SpiceJet recorded a load factor of over 90%, something which the airline got into an habit in 2014 as it tried selling every available seat to increase revenue became a norm for the airline. In March, the airline for first time recorded less than 90% load factors as traffic started taking a hit. Same was the case in May and June. Though in June, SpiceJet continues to lead the charts with highest passenger load factor of 68%. Indigo recorded 60.7% with the rest being below 60%. One metric which gets the most views always is the market share. In June, Indigo recorded 52.8% market share. This was followed by 16.8% by SpiceJet and then 12.2% by Air India. This is the highest ever market share for Indigo, something which should have come in better times. The biggest loser in market share has been GoAir. The airline had decided to start operations from 1st of June instead of 25th of May, and the airline recorded just 4.5% market share, nearly half of what it generally records. Let's move on to on time performance. Vistara recorded 96.1% OTP at 4 metro airports. In fact, the lowest was Air India at 84.6%. Typically, in June, if an airline would have recorded 84% OTP, it would have been considered very well. But remember, the country is operating at less than half the capacity, and thus, congestion at airports is not something that is common. An interesting feature in this DGCA report has been revenue earned and seats sold in highest fare brackets. So, what used to happen earlier is that one wouldn't know at what fares somebody has sold a seat. You would just know the percentage of seats which were sold in that fare and what was the percentage of revenue earned. But since 25th of May, Indian Aviation now has a fare cap both at the lower level and the upper level. So in this case, you know exactly what is the fare bracket at which these seats have been sold. Vistara sold 33.7% of seats between Mumbai and Kolkata in the highest fare bracket and earned 44.56% of the revenue from this. This was followed by 21.2% seats between Mumbai and Delhi sold in the highest fare bracket. GoAir and Indigo, along with Vistara, saw good traction between Delhi and Srinagar. Till the time there is fare cap in place in domestic Indian aviation, I would encourage everyone, especially analysts and students, to look at these particular snippets in the DGCA report to better understand the market and understand where the traffic is moving. Because there also is a limit on how many seats you have to sold at median fare. So it's not that an airline can just sell seats the way they want and in the highest fare bracket. So you have to be very careful in how you sell it. So let us look what are the future challenges. We are already well in the second half of July. The cases of COVID 19 are on the rise again in India. A couple of cities or surrounding areas have gone in lockdown. Some markets like Patna, Pune, Mumbai are already in lockdown either as a city, as a state, or the metropolitan region. Bangalore, another big market, is facing lockdown. The cases are nowhere close to what is known as flattening the curve. Is this going to impact airlines? Probably yes. The second factor to consider is the initial movement done. A lot of people thought that people would actually move from one place to another and not travel again. However, that has been proved wrong. But have people made that initial move? We don't know. Going by the numbers, they have been holding steady. However, if the initial movement is done, it will be very difficult to attract the passengers again in the current environment. There is a fair amount of traffic which airlines are getting, and this is the connecting traffic. Currently, under Vande Bharat mission, a lot of flights are being operated by Air India and other private carriers, which are landing at some of the metro cities. And then passengers are reaching their hometown by taking another domestic flight. Now, if international restarts, there are a lot of Indians who are stuck at different places across the world, and they would be coming back to one of the major cities in the country, which will help the domestic carriers carry them to their end destination. This is the same traffic which we are currently getting as repatriation flights. But overall, the situation doesn't really look good. If you look at average load factors between 50 and 60% at a time when maximum 45% of the schedule is allowed and not as much is being operated, one could understand how big a problem the airlines are facing and what are they staring at. Their costs have not gone down significantly, even though there have been news of leave without pays or anything of that sort being done on the employee side, but the cost have more or less remained the same. And thus, there is this problem which will have to be solved sooner or later to ensure that airlines sustain. While a couple of airlines the world over have had some sort of bailout being provided by their respective governments, India has not seen any such bailout. By end of July, we would know when we would have 2 straight months of continuous operations on where the airlines are headed. We should also know what results are declared by Indigo and SpiceJet, and the financial impact would be known when we see those results. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you like it. Please do comment on your suggestions and feedback, and look forward to talking to you sometime soon.